How's it going? I know the pumpkin wasn't on yesterday. It was going to be, but a series of unfortunate events did arise. This one goes to the doctor, right? The thing about doctors now, for whatever reason, all staff apparently take their breaks at the same time. Growing up in retail, everybody staggers their lunch. Apparently, this has been a relatively new thing in healthcare systems in the States, where everybody takes their break exactly at the same time. This guy has an appointment at 1 o'clock. This place has lunch from 12 to 1. Nobody tells us. You know how they say to get there 15 minutes early? You know what that means. This one's walking into their office and everyone's shocked. What are you doing here? We're all on lunch. I'm like, you guys, my appointment's at 1 and you told me to be here 15 minutes early. They're like, yeah, but we're closed for lunch. I have forms to fill out. But we're not here until 1. You're here now. I see you. I see you. I see the paperwork I have to do. It's right over there. I have a 1 o'clock. You said to be 15 minutes early. So I'm like, you wouldn't want your patients to just sit in a parking lot on a 90-degree day with asphalt reflecting the sunlight. Everybody's baking their feet off, on the asphalt and whatnot. I'm like, we're not open. We're not open. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go swelter, So we had to have the caveat. I'm like, when I come back in about 20 minutes, because we show up earlier than the 15 minutes than they want, I'm like, I'm probably going to be very sweaty. So whatever doctor sees me, they're going to have to deal with some stank pits, okay? I showered before I got here. That's all gone to waste. Just letting you know. Enjoy your sandwiches, whatever, and I leave. Okay, 1 o'clock. We're open at 1. Let me go back in. Go back in at 1 o'clock, right? Everybody's still cleaning up after their lunch, kind of lacklusterly getting their stuff together, whatever. Yeah. Oh, hold on. It'll be 1 second. Sitting there. This guy's sitting there, right? Sitting there, blah, blah. Got to do the paperwork. By the time we finish all the paperwork stuff and the pre-check-in stuff, it's like 1:30, okay? Of course, showing up 20 minutes early, technically, even though it was only 15. It would have been 1:15 as opposed to 1:30, right? So then we're sitting there, we wait, another 10, 15 minutes go by, whatever, fine. Waiting room, that's what I expect to wait. We see the doctor for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And I'm like, yo, you guys could have looked at me, okay? You guys could have looked at your patient in the 3 minutes in between bites of sandwiches, okay? So what irritates me is this one wastes time, and we're all about not wasting time, okay? So you waste time showing up early, and we did it as a courtesy, so the doctor isn't waiting for us. Because I've seen, patients just show up, whatever, 20 minutes late, and they're like, I'm here for my 1 o'clock. Well, it's 1:30. Yeah, but, traffic. Okay, whatever. So we try to be courteous because we know doctors, nurses, and everything, they have a schedule to keep, right? I get it. They're busy. They do important work. At least other offices do. So basically, for the 3 minutes that they saw this guy, 20 minutes wasted, right? Waiting to see them. 40 minutes wasted waiting to see them prior to that. Okay, fine. We lost the 20 minutes because we showed up early. Fine. We're stupid. So we lost collectively like an hour and a half to be seen for 3 minutes. Okay, this irritates me. Okay, and it gets worse. Because on the way back, so Pumpkin Gak Extreme, okay, this stupid doctor's office is in the middle of nowhere, right? And there's one major road that leads there, which, of course, on the way back is blocked off by a tree now because somehow a tree just fell. And basically, it wasn't a small tree. It wasn't like a series of twigs that you can just kind of walk over. It is like this 400-year-old tree that is like should be in a Rockefeller Center during Christmas. That's how big this thing was, right? So this main artery of traffic is closed off completely. God, all right, let's boot up the GPS. Here we go. I got to guess because there are roads around here that they're not even on the map. So we're taking the shortcut, that kind of thing. So another 40 minutes taking a detour, right? Which, hey, we guesstimated very well. And we literally popped out where the road began to close off so we can go back on our normal route. So good for us, even though GPS was a pile of crap. So that derailed us for quite some time. Then, boom, get home quickly. Got to get everything setting up the thing. Of course, it's a Windows update. Why wouldn't there be? It starts doing it in the background. I got to restart anyway. Don't matter. Then it's like sound settings. No, this isn't going to work. What was it? What? Oh, you wanted to hear something. I guess that's broken now. No idea why. All the settings were fine. Restarted, changed settings, put the settings back, restarted again. All that fun stuff. This morning it worked. All I did was turn it on. All right, I had to change a mic setting. Okay, that was fine. But other than that, it was just a chaotic mess of disaster. And I'm like, whatever, not streaming. So that was the. So why? And this happens even if you like CVS pharmacies and pharmacies in general, like Walgreens and stuff. They all take breaks at the same time. I feel like this is terribly inefficient. Why is this? But okay, so the staggered lunch thing, which doesn't seem to exist anymore, with the exception of retail, because retail is always open. I don't go to a supermarket and all the cashiers are gone because it's lunchtime, But doctors' offices, pharmacies, and whatever, I don't know what was instated in the last couple of years, but ever since the pandemic was going on, it's like there's this uniformed lunch break. And I'm like, oh, so it wasn't just me. See? Other people were having audio issues too. I guess the new Windows update kind of messed things up. I don't even know if this is going to sound good. I got to go back and rewatch the VOD. I can only do so much testing before I go live. So I was just, yeah.
I often feel like my doctor is trying to rush me out when I want to ask questions about other issues I may have. I have a hard time remembering some issues, so if I don't get to it when I remember, I forget until I notice it again.
This is what I do. And this is how we made this visit efficient, even though I only got seen for 3 minutes, is I make a list because apparently everybody is booked out to Woodstock 2025 or what the hell ever. I just make a list. Just make a list of everything that's bothering you. Just keep it in your wallet or by your phone, a little sticky note, something. Put notes in your phone if you don't like writing. And then I'm like, all right, look, I go in there and I'm like, I got a list. And I'm like, boom, 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 boom. All right. So, that helps. Because that happens to me too, where I'm like, this is weird. I'll mention that to the doctor. You get in there and you're like a deer in the headlights because you're trying to get the main problem taken care of. And then you're like, oh man, I forgot to tell him about this weird spot on the back of my butt or something. And it's like, well, maybe I'll tell him next time. And then before you know it, your ass cheek falls off in the middle of the night and you're like, knew I should have told him about that. It's a hypothetical. I don't think a singular ass cheek would fall off the human body. Does it? I don't know. Maybe there's a recorded case, That'd be funny. Just walking around, somebody's butt cheek falls out. Maybe one of those fake ones that the musicians get now. Well, I use that. Musicians who do the rap videos. You know how they all have implants and whatnot? So they have the extra jiggly. I find that to be false advertising, honestly. It's like fake boobs. It's like if they weren't there to begin with, that the plastic doesn't make you special. The same. Just makes you more vain.